What happening, YouTubers? Thanks for checking out this video, and this is going to be my next installment for Project Dreamcast 2 or Dreamcast Pro. So this is going to be my fan mod upgrade. So I got a couple of items here that I've ordered separately, and in this container we've got the parts for that is a 3D printed fan holder. So the are a couple of parts that came with this order. So I ordered this separately from eBay. So there's the container and there's the wire, and that is going to be your eject button holder. So I ordered this for £8.99 from eBay, and then I ordered the actual fan from Amazon, which came across about £11. So if you actually do order this as a bundle, there are a few sites selling this for about £50, so I do advise avoiding from that. So in this fan actual container, it contains a fair few other things that you don't need, but the main thing we do is this fan that comes with the connector like so. That's all you need. So let's get this Dreamcast open for you guys. It's pretty easy to do so, and if you see my video previously, you already know how to do this. Just take out the internet card, and then you got your 4 screws like so. So the lid just comes straight off, and as you can see, my GD-EMU is installed, and there is my cheap, affordable way to get a cooling system which bypasses the fan to cool down the actual power board, because it does have overheating problems. So we're going to remove that, and the thing we're going to concentrate on this video is the replacement of the upgrade fan. So we've got 2 screws by there, so let's get them undone for you. So I got a tiny Phillips screwdriver, so you need one of them. So that comes off pretty simple. Now this is ready to slide out, but is connected to the controller port board. As you can see there's just a little 3 cables, and you want to be a bit careful because it is a bit of a thin plastic, so we want to slightly pull this out. It is pretty easy, so don't be scared to give a bit of a wiggle. And there's our old fan there. It is a pretty good condition, but here is our upgrade. As you can see, the size difference here. I'm not a fan of the colour, but to be honest, the upgrade you get is pretty sweet. So it has connected with the cable, as you can see here, and then we want to connect it with the cable that came with the actual molded 3D printed one. So that just clips in like so, and it's ready now to connect to the controller port board. The first thing we want to put in now is the 3D printed fan holder. So that goes in like so, and now we want to put in the actual screws back in. So that's nice and firm and ready. So let's get this fan in a nice and comfortable position. So there is the back of the fan. So you want to make sure that the sticker end is facing the outside of the console. So then the actual air is blowing in. So we want to nice and put this in tidy, and we want to actually put in one of these screws. So this comes with a lot of things that you don't need, but we only need one of these screws to actually get this fitted in. So for this one, you don't need the tiny one, you need a bigger Phillips screwdriver, like so. So there we go, that's nice and tight and solid, so it's a nice comfortable position. So the next thing we want to do is connect this cable into the controller port board like so. So let's put that in. It's a bit of a fiddle. Now we want to tidy up these cables so it's nice and airflow coming through the entire console. So with the actual extra room with the GDMU, it's pretty nice and simple to actually get this nice and tidy. So jobs are good, and it's a pretty simple, easy mod to actually put for the Dreamcast, and I loved modding for the Dreamcast because there's no soldering, everything's just kind of plug and play. I really like that about this project of Dreamcast 2.0 Dreamcast Pro. So our next step up now is to install the actual flip lid connector, so I'll go ahead and show you that now. So we got the flip now upside down, and you can see there's the clip that needs to be replaced. So first things first, we want to remove that spring. Be careful because that can fly out, just like what happened to me earlier on, and I kind of lost it, but I managed to find it. But that's what it looks like, so we want to keep that somewhere safe. So we want to undo these screws. I recommend putting like a cloth underneath because I always kept slipping this case around, so I do recommend getting some grip pad to keep it steady. So that's the actual new 3D printed one, so the fan will actually fit and the lid will actually close. So we put that down, keep steady now, console case. So we put the screws back in, because if you don't, this will happen. So now we put the spring on after we put the screws in. Right, so this actually looks pretty tidy. Let's give you an example what it looks like when it's all done. So that's not going anywhere. Let's flip it over and give this lid a test. Sweet, that works pretty well. It does have a bit of a clunky feel, but it's not too bad. So there's not much of a profile going on, so when there's actually the cases all together, you don't really notice the difference with the actual fan mod from the outside. And there we have it, jobs are good, and I really enjoyed doing this mod, and I'm pretty excited to fire up my Dreamcast. So I'm going to head over now to a comparison video with an unmodded Dreamcast compared to the new modded one with the upgraded fan. So I do highly recommend upgrading your SEGA Dreamcast fan because of the actual volume, and I did find that with the overheating problems when you install the GDMU, it did fix that, so there wasn't much of a reset problem with the console anymore. So as always guys, if you like this video, hit that button. If you want to help and support, click subscribe, leave your comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.